Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're to the rear of the Gate of Paphos Harbour, the big monstrosity of a car park. But of course, it's not a bad place to park a car. It's just that the road surface is absolutely horrendous. We're coming now back towards the Promenade area. Let's see, there's cones and railings and all sorts going on because they are doing some maintenance work and some refurbishment and some major changes to the downtown Cato Paphos Harbour area. And if you've watched some of our updates, you'll know what's going on. If you haven't, again, go searching in the YouTube search bar, Marika and me, Harbour updates, and of course up those videos will come. So, and as time goes on, of course, we're going to go and visit once or twice a week. We go there most days, by the way, and the reason why we go there is because we've got a few furry friends there. Our number one Gumbaru, Mr. Jello, that's the cat from the bistro known as the Gelamo. Now, I understand that that little boy is suffering, and he's a really nice cat, and he's hung out from there when he was a kitten, if you understand me. So he doesn't really know anywhere else to go, and he's not one of these cats that likes to fight either. He's a very pretty boy indeed. So we pop down there most days and take him some food because he's a lovely cat. He really is. And now and again, 2 or 3 of his friends appear and they get a bit of food as well. So if you're wondering, I do have a soft spot in my little heart for him, and he's a lovely cat indeed. And hopefully if you come down to Paphos, if you spot him in the harbour when you come out for your summer holidays, just walk up to him and give him a bit of a stroke, because he really is a very friendly cat indeed. Now, where are we? Well, we're going to wiggle and waggle to the rear of the Gate of Paphos Promenade area, if you understand me. And you can see there's some refurbishments going on some of the shops. And for those of you who've been coming a long time, you'll remember on the left-hand side now, that was the former Debenhams superstore. Yeah, it's been closed now for quite a few years. You've got Chris Car Hire. If you want to rent a car, that's there. He's one of the big boys in Paphos, shall we say. And you've got the Leptos Basilica Resort there as well. Debbie Wainwright, if you're watching, that's where you like to hang out, and hopefully you'll pop out again this summer. Hopefully you will, and hopefully we'll bump into each other, shall we say. You've got another Chris Car rental over there. You've got a sandwich cafe, you've got a tattoo artist, and some other bits and bobs going on. And you've also got the Rose Pub. That's what's on the right hand side there. Now we're going to take a left, and we're going to go up towards the area known as Bar Street, shall we say. There's a lot of restaurants and bars and that kind of thing up here. You've got the Crazy, or the Grazie, to give it its correct name, Miss Maggie. That's that Italian themed restaurant there on the right hand side. And then you've got the Paramus Hotel. I think that's might be how you say it. That's what's coming up on the left hand side now. And as you can see, they are doing some, well, they're doing some big diggerings and some bits and bobs, and they're smacking the life out of it. And there's the lady in charge. There she is. There she is. She's recognised us now. She's the girl in charge, and they are knocking 7 bells out of that place, that's for sure. So that's having a bit of a refurb. And then you've got an Aussie bar there, Aces. And then right in front of us, you've got the Sofiana Resort and Spa. And there's quite a few people stayed in there, and they all tell us that it's absolutely wonderful. So, if you're looking for somewhere to stay that's just set back from the blue Mediterranean Sea, to make it that a little bit easier if you've had one too many on Bar Street to get back to, the Sofiana Beach and Spa, or wherever it's called, hotel could be that perfect place for you. That's the Georgia restaurant over there, and you might think it's themed on Georgia the country. No, it's because the lady's name is Georgia. There we go. That's the first and the last bar. That's what's coming up on our left hand side. Here's the I can't say it. There's a restaurant there anyway. And then there's a gentleman that's asked about the Rikkos Hotel and Apartments. Well, there it is on our left hand side, and then there is their very own bar called the Friends Bar, and that's going to open up in another couple of weeks, so we are told. If it does, guess what? We'll be storming their reception, especially for our family members, that's for sure. Now, technically, we're taking a left, and that means we are on bar street. That's what this is. Okay, so you've got the Caliente there, you've got the Alcyon, you've got the Robin Hood just over there on the right hand side, you've got the Tropical Nights, it goes on and on, plenty of bars. And you've got, this was called the Seven Club, and then just there, if you've had that one too many and you want to repent your sins, you've got a church. And then over here, wow, the most famous bar in the mind of Sally Briars, that's for sure, that's the Flyers Bar. Next door to that, you've got some good barrels of ours. You've got a very, very good takeaway. You've got the Boogie Woogie 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 Karaoke Bar. You've got the Bubbles Cocktail Bar. You've got the Notorious Bar. There's too many bars, that's for sure. Now, breakfast crew. Miss Vivian, have you got those kettles going? Miss Vivian, have you got enough of those cupcakes? And have you brought that extra packet of chocolate cookies? I hope so, because that crew's getting better. Sally Briars, she's on the bench. She's got Mr. Matt because he's been out and he's bought the sofa, and on top of that he's booked the whole day, because like I said, he's a clever man. You got Mr. Roger, Anne's sitting on his knee. You've got Joe Cox, he's got Julie sitting on his knee, and sitting next to her is her sister, and she has got Colin sitting on her knee. So Miss Kathy, I hope Colin is not too heavy. I hope he's a thin man, because this video is going to last for about 15-20 minutes, if you understand me. Anyway, Keg and Barrel, that's on the left hand side. You've got the Memories Bar, they like to look after the cats, by the way. And then just up here, if you're curious to know where the lodge has moved to, so this was a South African themed steak restaurant that was snuck down the side of the Olympic Lagoon Hotel. Yeah, the hotel likes to throw us out, that's the one. Well, that's where the lodge has moved to. There it is. Doesn't that look nice? And one of these days, you never know, we might pop in there and have a bit of a mosey on down, and you never know, we might even get a free supper. You never know. I doubt it, but you never know. Right, let's do a turn round here, because I was only coming this way to show you where the lodge had moved to. And apparently, I've been there once or twice, it is apparently one of the best steakhouses in the whole of Paphos. So, if you want to get a good steak, the lodge, there it is. And it's now situated across the road to the brand new block, the brand new main entrance to the, I can't even say it, by the way, but the Anemone Hotel. So that's what's right in front of us now. That's the Anemone Hotel. And it's a great, great hotel. And we're friends with them, by the way, because again, if you go hunting back, you watch us storm it without permission, and then you watch us storm it with permission. Superstars amongst superstars. They understand the game. So, we're in bed with them. T&J's Fish and Chip Shop. There you go. That was on the left-hand side. Probably the greatest fish and chip shop in the whole of Paphos. And now you've got a Prada restaurant, you've got the Corner restaurant, you've got the Fivos restaurant, you've got a lady with a great, great gift shop in there, which happened to relieve Lady So Sweet Caroline of a couple of bob. You've got Viva Cyprus, there's an off license, there's all sorts of shops going on, if you understand me. And we'll just let these cars go back because I'm losing my English, because we are just moseying nice and slowly, if you understand me. And most people are in a big hurry. Come to understand that. Now, what's over there? Well, that is the Alexander the Great, possibly the greatest hotel in the whole of Paphos. The service is, well, beyond reproach. And yet again, we've got three superstars staying in there again. Yes, Mr. Richard, Miss Julie, and of course, Master Leo. And they're telling us that they chose that hotel because they watched one of our videos, and they're telling us that on top of all that, they think it's even better than I actually say it is. They're having a great, great time there indeed. So they're on the bench today, shall we say. So cuddle up, because these sofas are getting crammed out. Miss Vivian, just nip out and get a nice, he's a nice lad, he only wants one scoop, but just pop out and get one scoop of Oreo. I think that's how you say it. I don't like it, but he does. Go out and get one scoop of Oreo ice cream, because that's what Leo likes. And I tell you what, give him an extra cupcake as well, because he's a hungry, growing lad. Richard, you can have a cup of tea. Julie, you can have whatever you want. Do you want a gin and tonic? She likes a bit of gin, that's for sure. Anyway, now, where are we? Well, we're heading in the wrong direction, as you understand, along the Pasadonis Avenue. What's coming up now? Well, this is what's known as the Triangle. Yes. So lots of restaurants, Felix Bar, the Rimini restaurant, you've got the Romeo restaurant just over here. We'll let these nice people cross, because you never know, they could be subscribers. You never know, could be family members, couldn't they? I think they live here. There we are. They're waving because they're shocked that someone actually stopped. So they live here. I can understand by what they're wearing, and I could understand by the fact that they were completely and utterly shocked that a car stopped for them at a zebra crossing. See, that's the rant over, by the way. Anyway, who else is on the crew? Mr. Andrew. Yep, he's there, and sitting next to him is his partner in crime, and she's got a big shotgun, and of course her name is Miss Nessie, and cuddling up to her, the one and only Dame Anne. You're on the sofa, and then next to her, lady, so sweet, and then next to her, the man guzzling down the Nigel Big Guns, of course, is Lord Nigel himself. And then they've got two friends that they met when they were in Cyprus, two lunatics, by the way, and they are known as Double Trouble. Sir Simon, Sir Jeremy, welcome to the crew. So the crew's getting bigger. Vivian, come on. Alan, have you switched the machine on? Yes, he's waiting for his cupcake. Come on, Vivian. Come on, you're slacking. He needs to have his tea actually served in one of those, those riders, beakers things with like a straw on top of it, because otherwise he's going to tip it over, because he's getting a bit of a sprint up now, aren't you? Yes, he is. Anyway, Paul Roberts, are you in town? Yep. Nicole, we're still in Paphos. Don't worry, love. We're still in Paphos, but it's similar to Crete. Don't worry. Stick with us for a bit longer, and I promise you, I will go over to Crete, and I'll hunt down my Cretan friend, and he can drive, because I won't know my way around. And I'm thinking, do they drive on the left or the right? Do they drive on the right side or the wrong side? I think they drive on the wrong side, don't they? So I'll get him to drive, and I'll just chitter-chatter, that kind of stuff. Anyway, where are we? Pasadonis Avenue. There's too many hotels to mention, to be honest. I mean, you've got the Leonardo Plaza, Cypria Maris, that's there on the right-hand side. And next door to that, you've got the, what is it called? I can't remember. You've got the Leonardo Cypria, Cypria Bay. Oof. J Mac, are you watching? Yes? Tracy? Have you sorted your Mercedes out yet, Tracy? Because if you haven't, I think we should send all of those people who work in that garage to that hotel, and on top of that we'll send Justin as well. There you go. And you, JJ and Sophie can book into the Sofiana, yes, because that was your favourite hotel. And anyway, there we go. Right, that's the ranting over. Where are we going? I think we'll head out towards the Rikkos beach. Why are we going to go there? Beautiful day, and you're going to get a spectacular view, so stick with us another couple of minutes and we will be there. You've got the Konstantinos Brothers Asamina resort there on the right hand side, and now I know someone who has a soft spot in there in her heart, and her name is Miss Lubika. And apparently many years ago she was in Cyprus, and she worked up in Rikkos, and then she worked in that hotel as well. So a very big hello, Lubika, you're on the sofa. So Vivian, come on, get into the cup and get a bone china cup for this lady, because she's a star amongst stars, and she's originally from Slovakia, and she likes to have her tea served in a bone china cup, and she wants a nice little cupcake served very gently with a nice little delicate knife and fork and a nice tissue. Yes. Now, talking about Slovakia, I think we've got a lord and a lady who live there, and they live in Bratislava. Yes, Lord Richie, Lord Zuska, yep, you're on the sofa today. They've jetted in, and then sitting next to them is one of the oldest stars on the show, and of course his name is Viking Ronnie. There we are. He all the way originally is from Israel, but now he resides in downtown Denmark. So he must speak a few languages, this chappie. He must be a pretty clever man indeed, because he must speak, I don't know what language they speak in Israel. What is it? Now there's one, I'm stumbled now. But anyway, he must speak that language. He speaks perfect English, obviously, but probably he speaks Danish as well. And I know the Danish do speak English, but I would imagine he will have learned Danish as well. So I can expect from now on to get said good morning in Danish. Is that right, Mr. Viking? Yes, Viking Ronnie. There we go. And of course, we've got another guy who begins with a V, but he's a Viscount, so Viscount Paul Butler. Hopefully you are recuperating exceptionally well and exceptionally quickly, and hopefully you're popping into the Ruby Arms every single night. Don't listen to a word Bev has to say. Don't listen to a word. Just cuddle up to her later. That's all you have to do. Anyway, where are we? Ricos Beach. Why is it called Ricos Beach? Because this place here on the right hand side is the Ricos Beach Bar or Beach Club, and it's the first bar that opened on this beach, and from that day on it became known as Ricos Beach. There we go. Totally illegal, by the way, but that's the way it was in those days. Now I think it's run by his son, or so we're told. And it's a beautiful, beautiful beach indeed. And we're going to get to the little roundabout at the end, and we're going to pirouette around that roundabout. And I promise you, you're going to get a spectacular view. And it's going to be a view that's going to take your breath away. And as you can see, since that bar was built, they built one or two others. This one is called the Thea by the Sea. I don't know what that means, but it's quite a nice bar. And it's got a nice view out the back, obviously. Just over there, you've got the, I think you say cello, J&T's at Cielo, I don't know. Anyway, they like to make gin. They've got an awful lot of gin. So, Miss Julie, Mr. Richard, if it was open, that's where we would go and have dinner, because apparently they got more gins than anybody else. As for Leo, well, I'm pretty sure we could get him a couple of scoops of ice cream. Sorry for the camera work, it's on the new mount, and as you understand, these roads are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. In fact, this road is possibly the worst bit of road in the whole of Paphos. So if that mayor is listening, stop trying to work out how to work the parking out. We don't mind you parking on the double yellow lines, on the chevrons, outside the school. Ski yourself down to the road tarmacking department and tell them, look, get the roads smoother, because there's tourists coming out. Don't upset the tourists, because the tourists are the people that bring all of the hard-earned currency to this little island. If there's no tourists, there's no Cyprus. And if there's no Cyprus, there's no electricity. And if there's no electricity, you're back on donkeys. Very, very simple. Rant over. Now, the view's coming. So, wait for it. You're going to get a spectacular, spectacular view indeed. Now, if you want to know where this beach is, by the way, if you are staying in one of the beachside hotels, okay, so if you're on one of the Pasadonis Avenue hotels, and if you walk out the back door and you walk straight to the beach, all right, well, come out the back door of those hotels and take a left and keep walking, and depending on which hotel you're in, but the last hotel is the Louis Vuitton Beach Hotel. So if you come out that back door, you only got to walk for about 5 minutes to get to this beach. If you were in the Alexander the Great, it's going to take you about 20 minutes or so. And of course, on the way, you could stop at the little white church with the little blue roof and say a prayer or two. I'm going to say thanks for watching. And I'm going to say, if you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe. I'm going to come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter sanity. And Nigel, do not click off yet. Don't forget, you could click through to our About page and consider buying us a coffee or two. And of course, that's how this channel is being funded. That's what pays for the benzene, which is liquid petrol, and also now and again we need something to eat and those kind of things. So slowly but surely, people are coming to understand that if you buy us a coffee or two, we're going to live and the channel's going to grow, and you're going to get to watch content that hopefully you find interesting. If you don't, well, you can go and watch another channel, obviously. There you go. Thanks for watching. Feast your eyes and digest. That is a view to take your breath away. And it's only the end of January. Just think what it's going to be like in February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and guess what? January again. Yep. Downtown paradise. Miss Maggie, Dame Anne, Fiona, Miss Nessie. Oh, so sweet Caroline. Look at that. It doesn't get any better. Thanks for watching.